1, 2, good morning to you. 3, 4, stay safe indoors. Alright children, so ready for the computer class? Now let us practice some more things in this. We know the number of return gifts. Now let us see which family has got the minimum number of members, which family has got the maximum number of members. Make use of the functions which we had started last time. They are built-in formulas used by Excel. So let us find out the minimum number of family members. I'll select the rows. I need to find minimum, so I'll write MIN. Now you can see again it is coming in black, it is not formatted. So for this I'll use a shortcut now. I'll use another feature which is known as the format painter feature of Excel. What am I going to do? I'll click on total. Now once I click on total, I'll go to the format painter option, and now I click on min. See, it becomes like total only. Simple enough. You just need to select the cell whose formatting you are going to copy. For example, here I selected the cell total, that is B9, clicked on format painter so that it copied the total. Then I went to the min cell and I just clicked on it. The format painter automatically copied everything. Now we are going to find out the minimum number of family members in any family. So for finding out the minimum number of family members, we use the formula min. Now these formulas, children, they can be used from the insert function, that is fx. Here fx shows the list of all the functions. You can choose a function. Either you can type a brief description of the function that you want. Suppose I want the min function. I want to know about the min function, so I'll type here min function and I can click on go. It will give me the min function here. Or I can go to a category if I do not know which function am I going to use. So I'll go to the category. I can choose the category from here. It has a lot of categories like most recently used, all, financial, date and time, and it's a long list. So what we generally do is we make use of most recently used functions, and we see the functions over here. If we do not find our function here, then you can go to all category and find out the function. Now in this case I already know that I need to use the min function because I have to find out the minimum number of family members. The name of the functions are according to the work they do. Like to add two numbers, we have the sum function. Not only two numbers, we can add a range of numbers, so it is sum function. To find the average value, we have the average function. Similarly, to find the minimum value, we make use of the min function. Now we will be making use of the min function in the cell E10. E10, that is below the number of family members, even below the total. Now here also I can make use of the format painter option. Now here I'm going to make use of the function, so I write here is equal to min. Then I'll type in the bracket. To type in the bracket, we need to press shift and 9 from the keyboard. I'm repeating, shift and 9. This gives the opening bracket. Then select the range. I select the range from E3 to E8. I do not have to select the total because we are not interested in the total now. We are just interested in the number of family members. So we go from E3 to E8. Now we need to close our brackets. For typing in the closing bracket, we use shift and 0. This completes my formula. I'll just press the enter. So the minimum value is 3, which we can see from this also, from our list also, that the minimum number of family members is 3 only. Now similarly, we can make use of maximum to find out how many maximum number of family members are there in our in any family. We will write here M. Now just as I type M, it gives me the entire saved content. So what I'll do is, in place of minimum, I will take a shortcut and I'll write here maximum, not in caps and small, maximum number of family members in a family. Again I go to E11 option this time, E11 cell this time, and here I'll type is double click and type is equal to. For finding the maximum number of family members, we make use of max function. It is already giving me the list of all the functions starting with M. I'll click on max. So here it is telling me the use of max function also, that it returns the largest value in a set of values. It takes numerical values only and it returns the largest value. It does not, it is written here, it ignores logical values and text. That is, if you apply it on text data, it is not going to return any value. It works only with numerical values. So here I write max. Again I'll type in a starting bracket. To type in starting bracket, shift and 9. Select the range. Again the range would be from E3 to E8, and then type in the closing bracket, shift and 0. Enter. The maximum number of family members in a family is 6. Minimum is 3. Now I need to find out what is the average amount spent. I have the amount spent here. I want to take a rough estimate. What is the average amount? So I'll do it here, since my amount spent is here, so I don't need to go down. I'll do it here. So I'll just type here average. Now here again we'll make use of the format painter option. Click on the cell F9, go to format painter option, it gets highlighted, right? Now what I'll do is I'll select the other cells as well, so they all have got the same formatting. I'll double click on the cell F10 and I'll write here. It has to come in the cell H10, so I'll be writing here is equal to, for finding the average we have the function average. I'll write here, as I type here A, you can see it shows me a list of all the functions starting with A, but I am interested in average, so I'll just click on average. I'm doing this so that we can read what the average function is doing. This shows what the average function does. So average, it returns the average. Average means mean, arithmetic mean. That is the sum of all the entries divided by the number of the entries. Now once I know what my average is going to do, I'll make use of average. We have to type full average this time. We will not do AVG like we did MIN or MAX. We have to type average full. Use shift and 9. Again select the range from H3 to H8. We do not need the total in the average, or you can take the average with the total divided by the number of cells. I'll show you that way also. So H3 to H8, close the bracket and press enter. So the average amount spent is rupees 100. It's easy for us to see now that this is the minimum number of members in a family, the maximum number of members in a family, the average amount spent. Now just now I had said that I'm going to do the average with the mean way also, by finding the arithmetic mean, just as we do in maths. So let us use that way also. For that is, we find the total of all the entries divided by the number of people. Now total is easily found by the sum function. We already have the total here as 600. This total is done. Now we need to know the number of people. This is a small list, so we can know that there are only 6 people. But a better option to know the number of people is to counting the number of friends, how many friends are there. So we can make use of the count function. Now for counting the number of friends, what we need to do is make use of the count function. So we will have again here is equal to count then the bracket, and we will count. Now let us see what the system gives us this time. Again we have selected the range as H3 to H8, close the bracket and press enter. Now this gives us 6. Why? Because there are 6 entries. It is not doing the total, it is not doing the average, it is counting the number of entries from H3 to H8. So now we can find out the average in the mathematical way, the way we use for our maths classes. So again I am going to use the format painter here, and I'll drag it over here. So average amount spent. Now this time what I'll use is, I'll say is equal to, I'll be using a formula here, is equal to, this is the total. I clicked on the cell, it is giving me H9. This divided by, for dividing we use this forward slash, divided by the number of friends, that is this H11. Now when I press enter, again the average amount spent is the same. This and this is the same. So the function, you use the function or you use a formula, it will give the same result. To see the formula that we have used, just double click here, it shows the formula. And what we have used over here is the function. I double click on the cell and it shows me what I have used, a formula or a function. So now, apart from creating and formatting the planner, we have learned how to use functions in the text, that is the ampersand function. We have also made use of the mathematical functions min, max, average, count. So practice till here. Only one last thing that is left over here is I need to rename my sheet. Now this is right now with the name sheet 4. So here I will change the name. I'll right click on this and I'll go to the rename option. I'll make it as birthday planner. So now it becomes easier for me to locate my birthday planner. I'm going to save the sheet. This time I'm just going to press Ctrl S and my sheet gets saved. I'm going to click on cross and finish up my work. Thank you.